Santa's Inc. is currently the worst rated TV show on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, and it deserves every one of those dislikes. This is one of the most joyless, spite-filled things I've ever seen, and I've read modern Marvel comics. My God, is this show bad. I challenge you to laugh. Just once. Actually, screw that. See if you can just crack a smile. You don't even need to show the teeth, just a smirk, just a little curl that hints at a smile. See if you can get that out while watching this show. It's not all bad. The animation is okay. It's nice to see some stop-motion animation again. The character designs are alright. It looks like one of those old stop-motion Christmas movies. But that's all the good that's going for it. Everything else is terrible. The acting, the story, the script, the pacing, just bad. Let's just start with the general problem. There's no joy in this show. Granted, I only watched the first episode, and that was rough enough. But the first episode is supposed to be the hook to get you to keep watching. Christmas movies are supposed to be fun, joyful, and heartwarming. After all, Christmas is the best holiday ever. Nothing compares to Christmas. How awesome is Christmas? You can take whatever matters most to you and imagine it happened on Christmas Day. Infinitely better, instantly better. Even people who don't celebrate Christmas like Christmas. Even the Japanese celebrate Christmas, and there's like 4 Christians in the country. That's how awesome Christmas is. So to take that and turn it into a profanity-laced edgelord hate fest is a weird thing to do. I mean, it's not like you can't make that work. Bad Santa is a great example of making it work, and the things said and done in that movie will wreck your soul. But ultimately, it kinda has a happy ending because it's a Christmas movie. Santa Inc., on the other hand, comes across like it was written by a sugar-shocked 10-year-old who just discovered cursing. It's the story of Candace Smalls, a she-elf who helps manage Christmas under her boss Brent. Brent was supposed to be the new Santa Claus when the current one eventually steps down, but the plan changes when Jeff Bezos offers Brent a job. Brent quits, leaving Santa with no successor. Candy decides that she wants the job since she's always dreamed of being the first female Santa Claus. So she pitches the idea to the big man, who accepts it, but not really. Now, the idea of Santa Claus being different people isn't new. This has been done dozens of times. Probably the most obvious one is the Santa Claus starring Tim Allen. But Santa Inc. is different because it's just another one of these lazy woke tropes of claiming that anything that has historically featured white men is inherently racist and sexist and needs to change. It's already a cliche thing to do, and it really doesn't work with Santa Claus given that the character is based on a real person, St. Nicholas, who was a man, and that the folklore around Santa is European in origin, so it makes sense he would be a white guy. And yes, I know St. Nicholas was from Turkey. It's not a conspiracy, it's just how the character developed over time. The idea of there being a black or female Santa is just poking at people. But it could be made to work if it were well written, but that's not what happened here. It's not even competently written. What do I mean? Well, for one, there's no actual story development. We're in the first episode and we never get enough of the characters to understand why any of them act the way they do or what their motives are. We know nothing about Candy, our main character, other than her job, that she has a brother and a mother, and that she has a violent streak. That's it. We learn next to nothing about Brent before he leaves, nothing about Santa, nothing substantial about any of the characters really. Everything is surface level, literally nothing more than this is the spiteful jock, this is the arrogant friend, this is the douchey Karen, this is the smug main character. You might have noticed a trend with those descriptions. There's not a single likable character in the show. Not one. Every character we meet is a complete douchebag. Candy, Santa, Santa's wife, Rudolph's Sons Jr., Brent, Cookie the gingerbread woman. Every character is utterly unlikable. They're selfish, mean, lying jackasses. Take Candy for example. This is supposed to be the protagonist, the person we're supposed to care about, and she's this snarky, violent jerk. At one point, some female reindeer named Goldie complains about not being on the sleigh team because she has a vagina, so Candy says she'll cut Junior's throat if this is what Goldie wants. That is one of the many times in the show where Candy threatens violence against random people. Every character acts like this, starting off sounding reasonable and then going, just kidding, and saying something profane or violent. It'd be fine if it were 1 or 2 characters, but it's the whole cast. Everyone's a schmuck. And then there's a forced cursing.
Let's get these fucking kids some fucking presents!
Bravo!
Now, let it be said that I'm not one of these prudish conservatives who winces at the very thought of an F-bomb, but come on. There's this moment from the trailer where Goldie keeps calling Candy a bitch.
I know you're right, but do you really have to call me bitch every time you say something?
Yes, bitch, because it's empowering to call you bitch, bitch.
That alone was enough, but the bit goes on for 4 minutes. That's the whole show. It's literally a cuss show. There's no jokes in the middle. It's just filth, floor, motherfucker, dick, pussy, snot, and shit. Good night. Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye. Someone watched this and went, let's make 7 more episodes. Do you have any idea how long it takes to animate a stop-motion show? At no point, in the months it took to do this, did anyone go, you know none of this shit is funny, right? I'm higher than giraffe pussy, I ain't cracked a smile. Oh, I pity the fool who watches this whole season. If you hate yourself that much, just go to McDonald's. Trust me, the explosive diarrhea is more fun than this show. And of course, because people realize how bad the show is, Seth Rogen is claiming that the show is being review bombed by, what, supremacists? Which doesn't make any sense because I thought they were busy staging fake BLM riots. Are you telling me they took time out of their busy schedule of melanin injections, nostril stretching, and ebonics coaching so that they could cosplay as black people for the rioting to type out, this show sucks, on Rotten Tomatoes? Who has the time? Dude, you made a shit show. It's bad. You know it's bad. We know it's bad. You know we know it's bad. And we know it's bad. Just accept it and move on and never do this shit again. Ever. You are done, son. For a while. Don't even pitch anything for like 3 years. At least not until you can get your supply in order, because whatever it is you were smoking when you pitched this shit, that's that bad shit. I mean, damn. But what do I know? I'm just some guy.